Hello, squirrel fans, and welcome back to Flying Squirrel Soapery. Okay, so now that we got that dramatic thing done, we're gonna get right into it, because this is gonna be another layer soap, which means it's gonna take a while. Let's see, when this goes up, will be the day that phase 2 officially starts for parts of Washington State. Namely, I'm in Thurston County, so it's starting for me, which means I get to go back to my day job, which I am cautiously optimistic about. I do encourage everybody to stay safe and use their common sense regarding everything. Wash your hands. You know, washing your hands, it's not that hard. Just do it. Alright, lecture time over, I promise. So I got my lye solution measured out. So for once, just because I have so many colors going on that I just didn't want to measure out for that. This is my fragrance oil, actually. And I'm using this lovely Ocean Shores from Brambleberry. Love it. I'm really loving this fragrance oil. It smells so good. This is my first time using it, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it behaves. But yeah. Alright. Going to blend this up. So normally I pre-mix up my colors, but because I'm doing so many different colors for this thing, and it's not one, and obviously words are hard today, okay? Just saying. So obviously the only time that you're gonna really see me split the batter up this way and cool everything down and not do the heat transfer method, sure son, I'm doing layers, because the heat transfer method is not conducive to nice layers. Just saying. So actually, before I pull that out, we're gonna go with oh, you're right there. Another one. We're just gonna not much more. I think that's good. I want more of one than the other, but not by much. Alright, so what we're doing is we're gonna do some Bluebell mica from Nurture Soap. And for the record, all of the micas I'm using today are from Nurture Soap. I am using activated charcoal today as well, but that's going to be from Wholesale Supplies Plus. Alright, so we'll put you in there. So some Bluebell, which has a little bit more of a purpley undertone, I feel. And I kind of like that. doing some green vibrance, which is just kind of my standard go-to. But we're darkening up the green just a tad. As you can see, the colors aren't quite as vibrant as what I usually go for, and I'm going to be doing obviously an in the pot swirl here. So there's that. I seem to be minus people today in the household, so it's pretty quiet today, which is perfect. And I think no, it's still loose enough that I'm not gonna do anything to it. All right, so in this, no funny layers, no nothing, just going to pour it in. If this looks like water, that's because it's meant to be. Specifically, Puget Sound. If you've never been to Puget Sound, the waters are dark. It's very dark. It's very blue-green, dark blue-green type thing going on. All right. Bring the bubbles up. Let's set that aside for a minute. All right. I'll clean up and we'll be back for our next layer. All right, we're back. All right, so for this one, we'll do our fragrance oil. And yes, I know you can do the toothpick trick. That's how I got the fragrance oil into this thing. But because I can do it this way and not make a mess, I'm just not even gonna bother. Alright, and I'm also going to use, where is it? There you are. Hello Spring. I actually got this one as a sample, and I really love it. It's a really, really nice, pretty spring green. So we'll use the tiny blender. If you know which other YouTube channel that's from, points for you. There's another soaping YouTube video where they go on and on about the tiny blender, and I am obsessed with them. I mean, Okay, I guess I can say who it is. It's Cat and Raven. I love Cat and Raven. They're hilarious. I think they're just full of piss and vinegar and sassiness, and I have a Pomeranian. I love sassy. So, all right, so we're going for 2.6. And this one, yeah, the whole premise, I mean, I may not have sassy necessarily in the name of my business, but I'm sorry, but anybody who has any sort of one of the Spitz breeds knows this. They're all about the sass. I mean, they're sweet creatures, they're funny creatures. And what would I be without my cherry Coke? But they are sassy. Let me tell you. Sassy, sassy creatures. And we love it. Yes, yes we do. Let me check on, well, it's still pretty runny. All right, I'm going to actually wait a beat before I combine these two things. Here we go. All right. Let's stir out any air bubbles we got going on. This fragrance oil smells so good. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here, that's still a little bit runnier than I would prefer, but we're just gonna roll with it. And if it sinks down in a little bit, I'm okay with that. So. Okay. Apparently it's going to sink down a lot more, so we're just going to wait. I changed my mind because I just had an idea. We're going to do like they do for the pointy layers. And I think that will actually look pretty cool. So this is meant to look like a little bit of grass. Type thing going on. Sitting, I don't know. I had a vision. This is what worked. Apparently it's going to change just a little bit, and that's okay, honestly. And then in this layer, I'm gonna wait for this layer definitely to harden up a little bit more, but on top, just sprinkled throughout right here. Just shrubbery. And it's thick enough, I don't think it's gonna really sink down much at all, so, and it's not, which is good, but I do have some bigger embeds to put on top here, which will sink down. So we're gonna wait on those for this to kind of come up to trace a little bit more. Meantime, I'm gonna get things cleaned up. All right, I went ahead and mixed up this, and that's gonna be the next layer. But I want this to thicken up a little bit more before I put it in here. However, this is thick enough that I can put my in bed, which is this, which you may have seen me making in my last video. And I'm hesitant to put in here. Is it going to stay up? Or is it going to sink? That's what I don't know. And I'm a little bit worried about that. I think it's gonna sink, so we're gonna wait just a little bit longer before I put that in there and I add this. Okay, we're back. Take a wild guess how long it took for this soap to set up. I'm just saying. I left you guys around 3:30-ish. A little bit before that. Closer to 3. It's now after 6 and the soap is finally just now setting up. So, if I ever need a soap that I know, now let me adjust that a little bit because ends are gonna be where, and this has set up, so yeah, which I wanted this thick. Specifically to pile up. Like you'll see it when I'm done. I guess I haven't mentioned what this is about. I think I mentioned before, this is for a collaboration, but not specifically what I'm designing this for. And that is or what my design is based off, I should say. So my design is basically based off of the fact that I am a paddleboarder. I love to paddleboard. A friend and former coworker introduced it to me a while ago, and I've been in love with it ever since. Just, you get to see a lot of wildlife, whether that be, you know, regular fish, jellyfish, seals, because I do paddleboard out on a bay, usually. I've been known to go on a lake as well. We have no shortage of lakes around here, in Western Washington. Let me tell you. But this is based off of basically my view of when I'm out on the bay, going and paddleboarding. So, yeah. I wasn't originally gonna have the tree in the middle, but tree's gotta be in the middle. Yes, it's a tree. Yes, that's a mountain. No, this isn't gonna be exactly how I want it, but it'll be fine. I already screwed up this, but it'll be fine. Alright, let me get this cleaned up and I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, so we're gonna pour the remainder of this in here. And this is activated charcoal and nocturnal mica. Again, The only thing not from Nurture Soap is the activated charcoal, and that is from Wholesale Supplies Plus. Alright, and now comes the part where I kind of goofed. I meant to just have, yeah, I should have put my black into this after I poured out these, but I didn't do that, and I don't feel like making more soap. So this is how this is going to go. It just is. And it's fine. You know, it's like sometimes the best mistakes make the best looking things. Instead of just straight up black, I mean, this one will have a hint of purple, and this one is made with the royal purple, and this one is Klein blue. So yeah, you can still see a purple tint, which will look cool, especially if this goes through gel. So, oh yeah, you can see the blue coming out in that. That'll look cool, I think. And because that soap is so set up already, I think I should be able to yeah, put it in like now. Alright, so this one, it's set up enough. I'm gonna be able to do a drop swirl, which I think will look cool. So oh yeah, you can still see the blue in that. You get a purple reddish tint. That one. So this will look cool. So yeah, this soap is taken. Now I know. This fragrance oil does not accelerate trace. It de-accelerates trace, making it not... I guess it kind of depends. Because if you're looking for a soap that doesn't accelerate and you in fact want something that does the opposite, I mean, this is great. But when you're doing these kind of layers where you really need things to set up before you can pour the next one, it's just kind of ridiculous to sit around and wait for that. However, I can think of a couple other designs where that would be a really great thing to have. So there is that. But for this, I mean, it just kind of gets old. All right, let me get my last thing poured. All right. So I'm gonna end that right now. And I do have some more embeds to add, but I'm gonna wait, obviously, for this top layer to set up, which at this rate might be, you know, around 10 o'clock tonight. Which means I was initially going to do a layer of frosting, and I just don't think I'm going to. I really actually, the was this. Barely piercing the skin here. I just really like the look. I really like the look of that. And I think my little embeds that are gonna go on top will look perfect on that. So I'm gonna just leave that there until it solidifies, and then I'm just nothing super interesting. I'm gonna literally just put these on top. So yeah, that's it. So you'll see it back here tomorrow, the finished product, when I go to cut it. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and for you it'll be 2 seconds. So. Hello, squirrel fans. So we're back, and it's been like an extra day or two. Just an FYI. Obviously I didn't end up putting the embeds on top, as you can see, but that's okay. I have an alternative plan for them, and they'll look really cute just exactly where I put them. So it's fine, really. So if you're coming to me from Facebook, then you kind of already know some of the stuff that's been going on. I'm going to make this very, very clear. I don't like drama. I really don't. There's enough of it in the world. There's enough tragedy in the world. I don't like it. I don't think it has a place. I think that people should just communicate if they have a problem with something, and then work it out or get over it and move on. That's my personal opinion. Oh, coffee. Yes, I'm having coffee instead of cherry Coke. How about that? And that's where I'm gonna kind of leave it. I don't want to, there's already been enough. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. If you're curious, don't be. It's nothing big. Short version, I was an admin for a soaping group on Facebook, and I no longer am, and it wasn't my choice. And that's okay. I didn't do anything wrong. I feel. I could be wrong. I could have done something, but I wouldn't know. And that's fine, because the other former admin from that group and I have since started our own Facebook group, and this one is going to be geared more towards bath and body instead of just soap, which she and I are absolutely thrilled for. We're really, really excited. Today is a big day because we just launched that Facebook group last night. And so far so good. It's not like it's got a whole bunch of people, but still good. Alright, so that's the inside. This is gonna look so funky from how I originally envisioned it, but that's okay. Because ultimately, it's still gonna be what I want. So this is for my first YouTube collaboration. And, oh, see, that actually kind of looks cool because you got the water, and then you got some of the more green, and then the tree, and then, yeah. That actually looks really cool. So the inspiration behind this is literally a night paddle. I'm not a big sportsman or anything like that. I'm not an exercise enthusiast by any means, but I'll say that actually kind of looks cool. Oh, it smells so good too. But I love to paddleboard, and this year's theme is wonderful water and the renewal properties and just what that means to each of us individually. And for me, it means being out on my paddleboard. It came out a little bit more funky, but that's fine. For me, that means being out on my paddleboard. And when I'm out on my paddleboard on the bay, especially at night, and I have lights for my paddleboard, it's not like you can't see me out there. And it's a small bay, so it's not like I'm out on open ocean or anything. One of the things that just always strikes me is just how, and I guess it's appropriate with what's going on in my life, is how the little things, the little dramas, they just don't matter in the grand scheme of things. There are worse things, there are worse things, and there are better things. And I like to just concentrate on the better things and think about the things that I have to be grateful for, the things that I love, the people, my animals, my husband, my friends. You know, I have so much going on in my life to be thankful for, and I am so thankful. So yeah, obviously I'm gonna break some of this up, and I'll be filling in those like kind of like soap dough. But yeah, I kind of like it. So, but yeah, and I think it goes along with this, the theme of my first collaboration quite well, is just the idea that, you know, water is healing for me. So I can't wait. It's not gonna barely hit 68 today, and the wind is a little bit higher than I'd like, but I'm looking forward to getting out on the water for the first time this year here pretty soon. So that green went down quite a bit. That's okay. And that'll be great. And then one of the cool things about being out there on the water is the fact that there's seals out there. Oh, that's cool looking too. Yeah, so there's seals out there, and they like to play with paddleboarders with your leashes. Because you have, it's called a leash, and it's attached to usually your ankle, although I've seen other people attach it to other things. let me get the next component to this set up and I'll be right back. Okay, so basically what I'm going to be doing is taking these little paddle boards and gluing them on with some melton pour that I have over here to the side. So yeah, just kind of sideways like that, because the whole idea for this was that I was taking a paddle at night, so it's all nice and serene, and it didn't really make sense for me to have my paddle board on the top. That's the sky. So I'm kind of liking how this is actually working out. I think it'll be a lot cuter. So, I mean, your soap just won't set up on you. So now I know if I'm doing an intricate swirl or something in the future, use that fragrance oil, because that was just, but I mean, I was expecting the opposite because it has hints of like floral and ocean in it, and so I was expecting it maybe not to necessarily accelerate, but I was expecting it to set up pretty quickly or something, and it didn't do that, and it's fine. So yeah, these are my paddle boards. They're not precise. They don't need to be. We're not going for perfection, obviously, in this one, which kind of sucks. It did not turn out exactly how I wanted it to, but that's okay. That's kind of what this entire theme of this collab is about, is things not turning out exactly how you want them to be, or at least that's my interpretation. You know that old saying where when life gives you lemons to make lemonade? Well, do it. Sometimes the lemonade turns into a margarita. Or is that limeade? Doesn't really matter. It could be a lemon margarita. But it's even better. That's my dog playing in the background. Anyway, but yeah, so that's apparently what we're gonna go with. So there we go. Our little paddleboard dreams, I think, is what I'm gonna call this one. So, and then that little mountain thing is supposed to be Mount Rainier. So you can see Mount Rainier from where I live and from where I paddle. Alright. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget, life's too short for drama. And if you like this video, feel free to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see as I drink my coffee. I'd love to get your guys' input. Thank you very much. Bye.